What's up? What's up? 56 Sports Talk here with some NFL news for you guys, man. Hey, man, the, we got a lot of big news from the NFL this week. Actually, to be honest, man, we want to give an applause to Russell Wilson, man, and the Denver Broncos, man. They gave him a 5-year, $245 million extension, which officially locks him in for the next 7 years with the Denver Broncos. You know, he's got a good backfield over there. They got Melvin Gordon. They got another running back. I ain't gonna sit here and lie like I know bro name, but he hard though. They got Jared Judy, man, who's a beast out of Alabama. The defense is stiff as always. So the Broncos, man, they locked him down for 7 years, and this is important because that's what the Broncos really have been missing for the past few years, man. They always gonna keep the defense. They always gonna have a stout running game. They just hadn't been stable at the quarterback position. But they ain't gotta worry about that for the next 7 years with old Russell, man. And I think Russell got some things to prove because after last year in Seattle, you know, with the finger injury and even the year before, you know, you got a lot of people that was doubting Russell Wilson, bro, and I think that's the wrong thing to do, man. So I think bro gonna come out there with it on his mind. I've been seeing some training camp footage. You know, it's training camp, so the footage is very rare. I've been seeing some training camp footage of him. Though he looking like he ready, man. He is looking like he is definitely ready. Uh, Washington Commanders running back Brian Robinson, man, prayers be with him, man. He has been released from the hospital after being shot twice and robbed in a very unfortunate, you know, situation, you know. So shout out to him, man, and I hope he gets well, man. We wish him the best, man. Uh, Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers restructured a 1 year deal worth $6.5 million, 6.5 in base salary. He'll back up Trey Lance. Now this is, you know, they let him know, hey, we're gonna ride with Trey Lance as the starter, but I feel like it's a smart move by San Francisco because injuries do happen in the NFL, and when you got a quarterback like Trey Lance who is a dual threat, you know, like we saw it with Dak Prescott a couple years ago with the broken ankle, man. So you always want to have yourself a security blanket. So shout out to Kyle Shanahan, shout out to John Lynch, shout out to San Francisco ownership for making sure that just in case things don't go as planned with Trey Lance, okay, we still got Jimmy G and we know he can go out here and win football games. Now let's not forget, 2 years ago, Jimmy G was playing in the Super Bowl, you know, with the 49ers. And they were up in the fourth quarter by 10, you know. Now, a lot of that had to do with the running game and the defense, but we can't deny it. Jimmy Garoppolo is a good quarterback. Like, we're not going to sit here and act like he ain't, you know what I'm saying? The man came up under Tom Brady, so you know he knows some shit. It just is what it is, man. But shout out to them, man. And shout out to Jimmy G and his agents for making sure that there is a no trade clause in the contract. So that's a big deal, bro. And it's a big deal because it gives you a certain level of comfort in knowing that, okay, all right, I'm cool this season. Now, what next season holds for Jimmy G, who knows, man. I feel like he probably will end up somewhere else next season. And I feel like he deserves a chance, you know, to get him a big bag and to play for a starting position. Now, of course, him and Trey Lance were going at it this offseason, you know, in the mini camp and things of that nature. And Kyle Shanahan felt like Trey Lance is going to give the 49ers a better chance to be successful. You know, but he's the head coach. I'm not, you know, and he's the head coach for a reason. So, I mean, he knows, so I ain't going to question his call. It is what it is. But shout out to Jimmy G for throwing that security blanket in there on himself and making sure that there's a no trade clause. And, like I say, man, injuries happen. Trey Lance can get on there. He can get in there and stink the first 4 or 5 games up. And if he does, then the Niners know, hey, say shit, we got Jimmy G right here, so we can just plug him in. He knows the offense front and back, so it you know, we won't miss a step if Trey Lance is unproductive or if he happens to, you know, God forbid, get injured. Uh, I also want to give a shout out, man, and a big round of applause, man. Yes, sir, to Lamar Jackson, man. Uh, he actually came out and said, of course they've been having a contract. I don't even want to say it's a contract dispute, but they've been having a lot of contract talks during the offseason. Him and the Baltimore Ravens, of course, his agents also. But Lamar came out and said, "Look, bro, I don't want to talk about no contracts or none of that shit during the season. I want to focus on winning football games." A lot of quarterbacks don't do that, man. So that's why we got to give him another round of applause, man. Just on some real shit, man. Shout out Lamar Jackson, bro, because that's a real selfless move. And then what that does is that shows your teammates, all right, man. We know he worried about his money, but shit, he's more worried about winning. The man don't even want to talk about his money during the season. And it's also a great strategic move because if he goes off and does Lamar Jackson type shit this season, then guess what? The bag gets bigger. The bag gets bigger, and he has the leverage on his side when they talk contract next season. Well, next off season. So, very smart move by Lamar Jackson. Very selfless move by Lamar Jackson. I want to give him a shout out, man, because a lot of quarterbacks wouldn't put their pride to the side and do that, man. They'd want that bag, or they'd be, hey, man, trade me, get me up out of here. So shout out to him for that, man. Shout out to him for that. It got a lot of okay, of course we know this week and next week they're doing roster cuts. Everybody has to get their team down to the 53-man roster. So it's gonna be a lot of tough decisions to be made, man. A lot of tough decisions are going to be made within the next week or two in the NFL. So we'll keep y'all updated on that. As of now, I'm not really aware of any major players being waived or being cut. Like I say, man, we'll keep y'all updated on that. We know Teddy Bridgewater is in Miami. Tua, of course, is the starter. So, and that's another team that made a smart move in keeping Teddy there, and just in case things don't pan out with Tua, which I highly doubt. I mean, because the man got Tyreek Hill over there. He got, man, damn, I can't think of the other guy's name, man. Excuse me, but he's a bad boy too. But Tyreek Hill, we'll see how. But you know what? I'm real interested to see how that works out though, man, with Tyreek in Miami, man. And I also want to see how things work out for Kansas City without Tyreek Hill. Now they did go and get Juju Smith-Schuster from Pittsburgh. Uh, they got a couple of more receivers, so they're stacked at the receiver position. But hey, let's just be real, bro. Ain't nobody Tyreek Hill. Like at this today in today's NFL, that's the man. That is the man. They I also got some more news about the Baltimore Ravens, man. The mascot, yeah, the mascot, man, is going to be out for the season. Uh, from the footage that I saw, he was playing with some little leaguers. You know how when they're in training camp or in these preseason games, they'll have little league teams come in and play during the intermission halftime, and it seems like he either suffered a leg or an ankle injury. We hadn't been updated much more on that. But shout out to Baltimore Ravens mascot, man. Even though it's still a nation on my end, I hope bro gets better, man, and he's able to come back and fulfill his duties, man, and keep the Baltimore Ravens crowd hype like he does, man. And that's pretty much it for the NFL, man. As we get updates, we'll give updates, man. Appreciate it.